Head of Asset Management James Timpson's here to talk us through markets, what's happened in July and how we're entering August. James, tell us about last month.
Yeah, so July was actually a really positive month. Some strong economic data in the UK led to the FTSE 100 index gaining 2.5%. But it's also really good for medium and smaller companies in the UK. In fact, the FTSE 250 index, which tracks medium-sized companies, that was up nearly 8% during the month. And even in the US, the S&P 500 was up as well, about just over 1%. But investors are starting to fall out of favour with those tech stocks that we've mentioned so much in the last year or so. The Nasdaq index, which is very tech-heavy, that actually fell during the month. And investors started to favour smaller companies. So the S&P Small Cap Index had a particularly good month. But overall, most markets did well in July.
And what did that mean for Courtiers funds?
Yeah, so the funds posted positive returns in July. The Growth Fund up about 3.5%, Balanced Fund up about 3%, and Cautious 2.5%.
Thanks, James. So as I mentioned, how we're entering August, it appears July's been a good month, August not starting so kindly.
No, so markets have had a bit of a wobble in the last couple of days. And this is largely due to fears that the Federal Reserve in the US has perhaps left it too late to start cutting rates. So expected to start cuts in September. But there are signs that the US economy is perhaps faltering, suggesting that it has been too late to cut rates. So that's why we've seen this big wobble on Friday and today. The Japan index, the Nikkei, that's been one of the hardest hit. That was down 12% this morning. Most indices are down around 2 or 3% at the time of recording, but it's led by the US and concerns that there might be a recession in the US economy because the Federal Reserve hasn't been cutting rates soon enough.
Any idea on how this makes your month ahead look for yourself and the team?
Well, we're used to volatility. Actually, the last sort of year and a half or so, volatility has been relatively low. In fact, this is the first time in about a year and a half that the MSCI World Index, which tracks global equities, is down more than 2%. It's been a really smooth ride for the last year or so. But this is just another bout of volatility that we're used to as long-term investors. You're going to get periods like this. It just remains to see if it's going to be a sustained period of high volatility or if this is just a bit of a wobble.
Best of luck to you all on that side of the business then, James. Thanks for your time, and I'll let you get back to work.
Thanks, Leo.
If you've any questions, please do speak to your advisor or contact us via the website. Thanks for watching.